I could not remember my daughter's name. She was standing right in front of me. That is what one of my patients told me during what should have been a routine checkup. She was not confused. She was not distressed. She was completely calm, and that was the part that stopped me cold. She had quietly stopped expecting her brain to work the way it once did. And at some point, without realizing it, she had decided that was simply how life was going to be from now on. She was wrong. And I told her so. If you have ever stood in a doorway of your own home and gone completely blank about why you walked in, this video is for you. If a name you have known for 20 years suddenly will not come, this video is for you. If you find yourself rereading the same line 3 times because it simply will not stick, this video is for you. My name is Dr. Lauren, and I have spent more than 2 decades working directly with seniors on brain health and memory function. What I am about to share with you today is not widely discussed in mainstream medicine, and that silence has a cost. There is a 50 to 60-second exercise, grounded in peer-reviewed neuroscience, that directly targets the 3 root causes of memory decline in seniors over 60. No equipment, no standing up, no medication, no cost. But before I show you what it is and how to do it, you need to understand why your memory is working against you right now. Because once the root cause is clear, the solution will make complete sense. Stay with me. The exercise comes toward the end, and every second of what I share before it will make that exercise significantly more effective for you. Before we go any further, if this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe right now. Tap that button. This channel exists for a single purpose: to give seniors clear, honest, science-based health information that actually changes daily life. No headlines designed to frighten you. No advice that ignores your reality. Just the truth plainly told. And I want to ask you something before we get started. Drop a comment right now and tell me where in the world you are watching from. Lagos, London, Houston, Toronto, Manila. Wherever you are, I personally read every comment. This community reaches every corner of the world, and every message you leave matters to me. Now, let us talk about your brain. The filing room nobody is talking about deep inside your brain sits a small but extraordinarily powerful structure called the hippocampus. Think of it as your brain's personal filing room. Every time you learn a new name, every time you park your car and need to remember the spot, every time you walk into the kitchen with a clear purpose, your hippocampus is the structure doing that work. A healthy, well-supplied hippocampus files new memories quickly, retrieves old ones without effort, and keeps your thinking sharp, connected, and present. When it is working well, you feel mentally alert and confident in your own mind. But here is what begins to happen after the age of 60. 3 specific things change inside the brain, quietly, without announcement, and without any obvious warning signs. These 3 changes are what slow the filing room down day by day. And most people have no idea any of them are happening. Let me walk you through each one clearly. Root cause number 1. Reduced blood flow to the brain. Your hippocampus is one of the most metabolically active regions in your entire body. It needs a constant, steady supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through the bloodstream. When that supply flows well, memory is sharp. When it reduces even slightly, the whole system begins to slow. After 60, it is entirely natural for circulation to become less consistent. The blood vessels supplying the brain can lose some of their flexibility over time. Blood pressure changes, which are common in seniors, can affect the steadiness of that delivery. The result is gradual. Memory formation takes a little longer. Retrieval is a little slower. And those tip-of-the-tongue moments, where the word is right there but will not arrive, become more and more frequent. This is not simply age. This is circulation. And circulation can be improved. Root cause number 2. Declining BDNF. Here is a term I want you to hold on to: BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. I know that sounds like a mouthful, so let me give you the clearest possible description. BDNF is fertilizer for your brain cells. It keeps existing neurons healthy, strengthens the connections between them, and this is the part that surprises most people, it actively stimulates the growth of brand new brain cells in certain regions, including the hippocampus itself. Scientists once believed we were born with a set number of brain cells that only declined from there. That belief has been overturned. The brain can grow. The brain can strengthen. But it needs BDNF to do it. A major review published in late 2025 confirmed that specific breathing and physical practices directly stimulate BDNF production in the hippocampus, leading to measurable improvements in memory formation and recall over time. The science is clear. BDNF levels are not fixed. They can be raised. The challenge is that BDNF naturally falls with age. Many seniors are living with levels significantly lower than what their brain needs to function well. When BDNF is low, the filing room does not just slow down. It starts losing the ability to file new information at all. Root cause number 3, an underactive vagus nerve. This is the cause that most people, and even many doctors, have never had explained to them in connection with memory. And yet it may be the most practical of the 3 to address. Running from your brainstem all the way through your chest and into your abdomen is a long and critically important nerve called the vagus nerve. It is the longest nerve in your body, and it functions as a two-way communication line between your body and your brain. When the vagus nerve is active and working well, it does several significant things. It reduces the stress hormones that directly interfere with memory, it improves blood flow to the brain's memory centers, and it promotes the production of BDNF. A well-functioning vagus nerve, in other words, addresses all 3 of the root causes we are discussing. But with age, and especially under the kind of prolonged, quiet stress that many seniors carry without recognizing it, the vagus nerve becomes less active. When this happens, the brain settles into a low-level stress state. Cortisol rises. Blood flow to the hippocampus drops. BDNF production falls. And the entire memory system underperforms day after day. Stanford University registered a dedicated clinical study in October 2025 specifically to examine vagus nerve stimulation as a tool for improving memory in older adults. The world's leading research institutions are taking this nerve seriously, and with very good reason. Now you know the 3 causes. Let me show you the single exercise that targets all 3 at exactly the same time. I want to pause here for just a moment before we get to the exercise because something needs to be said plainly. If you have been noticing memory lapses and quietly worrying about what they mean, I want you to hear this directly from me. You are not losing your mind. You are not powerless. And what is happening is not a fixed outcome. The brain is one of the most adaptable organs in the human body. Scientists call this quality neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change, rewire, and build new strength in response to the right signals. A review published in Frontiers in Neuroscience in February 2025 confirmed that consistent short daily practices produce measurable changes inside the hippocampus over a 30-day period. Not just functional changes, structural ones. One session will give you a real but temporary lift. 30 days of the same consistent practice gives your brain something it can build on and hold. The exercise I am about to show you is not a shortcut. It is a precise neurological signal, one that tells your brain exactly what it needs to hear every single morning, in under 60 seconds. And it begins with your breath. Most people spend decades breathing in a way that keeps their nervous system quietly on edge. Shallow, fast, chest-driven. That breathing pattern, repeated thousands of times a day, sends a signal to the brain that reads, "Stay alert, something is wrong." And a brain on alert is a brain that cannot file, retrieve, or hold memories the way it should. What we are about to do is the opposite of that. And once you feel the difference, you will understand why this works so consistently. Why the breath is a brain tool. Most people think of breathing as automatic background activity, something the body manages without any conscious input. And it does. But here is what most people do not know. Breathing is the only automatic body function that you can consciously take control of. And that makes it the most direct lever available to you for influencing your own nervous system. When you breathe in a slow, deep, deliberate pattern, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and repair state. Stress hormones drop, blood vessels open, blood flow to the brain increases, and the vagus nerve, that critical two-way communication line between body and brain, gets directly stimulated. A study published in PMC Neuroscience found that participants who practiced deep-paced breathing consistently showed measurably better memory retention compared to those who did not. The researchers specifically noted that vagal activation during slow breathing raises the neurochemicals, including BDNF, that support memory formation and long-term consolidation. But the exercise I am about to show you adds one additional element that amplifies the vagal stimulation significantly. And that element is humming. The role of humming. When you hum, the vibration produced in your chest and throat creates what researchers call somatosensory stimulation, a physical resonance that activates the vagus nerve directly through the tissues it runs through. Educational resources from Cedars-Sinai on vagus nerve activation specifically highlight vocal vibration as one of the most accessible stimulation methods available outside of a clinical setting. Combined with slow diaphragmatic breathing, humming during the exhale creates a layered effect. Oxygen delivery to the brain increases, BDNF promoting signals reach the hippocampus, and cortisol, the stress hormone that suppresses memory function, begins to fall. All of this happens in under 60 seconds. Now let me show you exactly how to do this. This exercise is called paced belly breathing with humming. Read through the full steps once before you begin, then try it straight away. Take 60 seconds and you can do it right now in the chair you are sitting in. Your starting position: sit upright. Both feet flat on the floor. Hands resting on your knees. Shoulders relaxed and dropped. Jaw loose. If you are comfortable, close your eyes. Step 1. The inhale 4 counts. Breathe in slowly and deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Allow your belly to expand outward first, not just your chest. The lower lungs contain the highest concentration of vagal nerve receptors. When you fill them, you activate the nerve directly. Count silently, 1, 2, 4. Step 2. The hold 2 counts. Gently hold your breath for a count of 2. No strain. This brief pause allows oxygen to transfer more fully into the bloodstream before delivery to the brain. Count 1, 2. Step 3. The humming exhale 6 counts. Exhale slowly through your nose or gently parted lips for a count of 6. And as you exhale, produce a soft, steady hum. The pitch does not matter. The volume does not matter. What matters is that you feel the vibration in your chest and throat. That vibration is your vagus nerve receiving its signal. Count as you hum. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Step 4. The reset. Pause 1 count at the end of the exhale. Pause briefly for 1 count before your next inhale. This small gap allows your nervous system to register the shift fully. The full pattern: inhale 4, hold 2, hum, exhale 6. Pause 1. Each cycle takes approximately 13 seconds. Complete 5 full cycles for your 60 seconds. After the 5 cycles, sit still for an additional 10 seconds. Simply notice what has shifted. Most people report a quiet alertness, a gentle clearing in the head, a calm steadiness, noticeably different from how they felt 60 seconds ago. When to do it: every morning before anything else. Before your phone. Before your first cup of tea or coffee. Before the first conversation of the day. Give those 60 seconds to your hippocampus before the demands of the day take over. I want to be completely straight with you about what one session does and what it does not. One session produces a real, measurable but temporary improvement. You will feel it, but it will fade over the course of the day. That is not failure. That is simply the nature of a single stimulus. One good meal does not rebuild a depleted body. The brain is no different. The February 2025 Frontiers in Neuroscience Review confirmed that breathing practices performed consistently over 30 days produce accumulating changes inside the hippocampus. Not just functional shifts, structural ones. The actual architecture of the memory center begins to change. By day 7, most people report fewer tip-of-the-tongue moments and more mental clarity in the mornings. By day 14, names come faster, focus holds longer, and the mental heaviness starts to lift. By day 30, sharper recall, quicker retrieval, and a mind that feels more like the one you remember having. 30 days, 60 seconds each morning. The question is not whether your brain can change. The question is whether you will give it the consistent signal it needs to do so. Let me bring the full picture together for you. The memory challenges you have been experiencing most likely come down to 3 specific, addressable changes: reduced blood flow to the hippocampus, declining BDNF levels, and a vagus nerve that is not being stimulated enough. None of these are permanent. All 3 respond to the right daily input. Paced belly breathing with humming 5 cycles, 60 seconds every morning, directly targets all 3 at the same time. It increases blood delivery to the brain, stimulates BDNF production, and activates the vagus nerve using nothing more than your own breath and your own voice. Practice consistently for 30 days. These improvements do not simply add up. They compound. Each session makes the next one more effective. The word that sits on the tip of your tongue: The name you reach for and cannot find. The reason you walked into the room. These are not lost. They are temporarily out of reach, and reach can be restored. Your brain is not finished. It is waiting for the right signal. And now you know exactly how to give it. Now I want to hear directly from you. Come down to the comments and answer 2 things for me. First, have you ever tried any kind of breathing practice before? Did you notice any difference? Second, which of the 3 root causes felt most familiar, the brain fog, the tip of the tongue moments, or walking into rooms and drawing a blank? I read every single comment without exception. Your answers shape what I create for this community. And if this video gave you something real today, please share it with one person who needs to hear it. A spouse, a sibling, a close friend who has been quietly struggling. Sometimes the most effective thing you can do for someone you care about is put the right information in their hands. If you are not yet subscribed, I want to personally invite you to join this community right now. Every week I bring you research-backed, clearly explained health guidance built specifically for adults over 60. Not recycled general advice. Real science explained in plain language applied to real life. Coming up next. The specific foods that directly accelerate hippocampal shrinkage, and most seniors are consuming them regularly without any awareness. After that, the 1 sleep position linked to poor memory consolidation and what to do instead. You will not want to miss either. Subscribe now so you do not. I am Dr. Lauren. Your brain is not finished working for you. Give it 60 seconds tomorrow morning, and pay attention to what comes back. I will see you in the next video. Disclaimer. Everything shared in this video is general educational information drawn from published peer-reviewed research. This is not personal medical advice. If you are noticing significant or rapid changes in your cognitive function, please speak with your doctor. This exercise is a general wellness practice and does not replace professional cognitive evaluation or medical treatment.